Hello everyone, I hope everyone is having a fantastic day wherever you are, whatever part of the world you're in. Hope that it's going good. Today, in our part of the world, we are in Deep Forest Raceway Reverse in Gran Turismo land. I have set a pretty stellar qualifying time for at least for the Class D racers. And so I'm pretty excited about this race getting started. And yeah, just my plan going into it was to just try to stay in first. And we'll see how that goes. But as you can see, the guy behind me got a big jump on me. If you look in the bottom right, there's the radar. Still not exactly sure why out of all the sim racers, Gran Turismo does not have like better rear view mirror functionality. Like, I don't know. I was talking about that with a friend today. Like, I'm not exactly sure why it doesn't have just a dashboard that you can look at. Like, where you can see the car's dash but not the wheel. But anyway, I digress. So you can see that we have a lead, but it's not that comfortable. It's going anywhere. Right now it's at basically a second, but it'll go up and down. We're doing pretty good until about right here we kind of go wide. The person behind us must have done something because they are at 1.4 seconds now. But anyway, we have a half-second penalty. For whatever reason, the penalties were just super harsh on me this race. So, you'll see. I almost always spin out at that particular corner. That corner's really tough. So, anyway, you can see we're off to a pretty good start. Set the fastest lap because, I mean, we're just in the lead. But we have a pretty comfortable lead now. It's gotten up to 2.6 seconds. So, you know, we may be able to take our penalty and move on. I actually don't remember exactly what happens. Okay, so we go wide into turn number 1. Still working on that. Okay, we serve our penalty. The first of a few. You know, this race really embodies what I love about just like real motorsport and sim racing. And it's just like, you're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have good days, and it's important to just keep improving. And really, isn't that just a good metaphor in life as well? You just gotta keep going down the track and try to cut away time where you can. Really, that's beautiful. Alright. Anyway, we went a little wide coming out of at the top of the hill up there, but overall that middle sector was pretty good. And yep. So we lose a position after getting loose at the last hairpin. Okay, we bump the BMW and lose a position to a very fast... Oh, yeah. Let me just say, I don't know what that was about. You can see in just a second the guy will type in chat. I'm pretty sure it's him anyway that types in it. Oh, no, it wasn't. It wasn't him. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that Porsche's problem was with Cavazos. But yeah, he wanted him dead. Anyway, this Porsche is very quick. As you can see, he's actually a C-class racer while the rest of us are D-class racers. It's a shame that he did that to that BMW, but you know, it is what it is. We are in sim racing, so people do reckless things. You can see he's gone, and I think by the end of this, you know, he by the last few laps he gets a substantial lead. So I actually just went ahead and let the BMW by so that I could make the turn, and yeah, I'm just going to try to chip away and pass that BMW again. That's my focus at the moment. Okay, so the BMW goes wide and loose. So now I'm seeing an opportunity to pass. I back off a little and think about going in, but he goes wide and would have ran into me, but luckily he ghosted. I will give Gran Turismo credit for that. They didn't used to do that. You can see he's all over the place. I'm honestly just trying to stay behind him. I'm hoping that I can get within a delta on the straight of him and maybe pass him on the straight. But he actually gets a really good exit off that last turn. Or really more so what it is, I get a bad exit. Because I'm at this point in time, I have since improved. You'll just have to take my word for it. But at the time of the recording of this race, I really was not doing good on that last turn. So again, this BMW is just all over the place. I get on the inside of him at the first hairpin, and we do make contact, but I get through, keep it on the track, and go back in to second. Now, he is still behind me. He's just 0.6 away, so... So set my personal best lap, or well, personal best 2 sectors. We'll see if we keep that pace up. And we do keep the pace up, so we're running a 136 right now, and you can see the Porsche is running a 127.6, so a full 3 seconds quicker. He also has an 11-second lead on me right now. The BMW goes for a move. You can see on the radar, he gets ghosted again. He just overshot it, and if you saw just for a brief moment, looks like he had a 1.5 second penalty. Speaking of which, I get a half-second penalty for ignoring the track limit. My second penalty for ignoring the track limit. I'm pretty discouraged at this point because honestly it doesn't even feel like I'm ignoring the track limits. I feel like racing, and I was keeping an eye on the BMW, and so yeah, make contact there, lose some time, and so now we've got the BMW on our rear again and sliding again. Just not having good control of the car at all this lap. You can see me and him both have penalties. He has a 1.5 second penalty. I have a half-second penalty. So at this point I'm thinking I should still be able to pass him as long as I can stay relatively close whenever we serve our penalties. Of course, I'm probably going to trade the position because the person behind me is only half a second behind me. You can see again, the person's trying to make a move and he gets ghosted. So he's definitely going to pass me. So the Porsche goes by and I go by the BMW. But then another car passes me as well. So I'm down a net 1 position. And then this BMW pushes me. Maybe that's why the Porsche was trying to wreck him earlier. He's honestly kind of a thorn in my side. And go wide. Well, it looks like all 3 of us went wide there. So it could indeed be the BMW that's the bad guy. Not exactly sure. And then that penalty there was just, to me, egregious. I mean, completely unnecessary. Nothing happened to 4th place. And it's all because of Mr. BMW up there. I don't quite understand the point of that penalty. So now, at this point, I am quite upset. But, like I was saying earlier, we keep on keeping on. I took a deep breath and kept trying. I'm not going to say the BMW got what he deserved, but this guy hits us for no reason as he passes us. I really want to get out of D class. Very difficult. I'm just not... I think I am quick enough to be out of D class, but I'm not a good enough racer. If that makes sense. I struggle with racecraft more than anything else. Okay, go wide again. The Porsches are just lightning fast around this track. At this point, I'm starting to think about pitting, and I do pit. And I have to switch over to mediums because you do have to do a mandatory tire change during this race. So I'll start with the hards for 9 laps. So really it's for 8 laps, but I think that's a pretty good strategy. Try to get the 9 laps on the hard and 5 on the mediums. I don't know why more of the daily races do not let you put on softs, but it doesn't. It doesn't let you put on softs. Do a pretty good job with that turn. Go a little wide again, coming out of the tunnel. Really struggling with that out of the tunnel curve. So we're kind of just comfortable right now. We're right in the middle of 6th and 8th and 7th. Got about 8 seconds between each car. Absolutely blazing fast through there. That was pretty good. We'll see what we have at the end of the first sector here. A 33. Yeah, around 33, 32 is pretty consistently what I get after the first sector. Go wide into that turn. That turn really gives me trouble. This turn also gives me trouble. You can see I'm taking advantage of the extra grip of the mediums just a little bit, but not really as much as I should or could be. So now at this point I am seeing the people pitting, and I've gone up into 8th. I'm sorry, 5th. And now we're going to pass this Porsche that spun out, and we're going to be in 4th. So we've managed to make ourselves back up to 4th. I apologize. I think I'm having a bit of a stroke right now. I can't speak very good. We have made our way back up to 4th. We are not making our way to 4th. Okay, still going wide. Very wide going down the hill. So now we have somebody else pitting. So could this possibly be a podium? We are now in 3rd. Oh, well, we're back down to 4th, but he's coming out of the pits, and now we're back in 3rd. So we're going to come out pretty comfortably ahead of him. Into the first hairpin. Got about a 1.5 second, 2 second lead on him. Go a little wide. Okay, we managed to keep the grip that time coming out of the tunnel. Now we have a very comfortable 4.6 second lead over the car behind us. So looking very likely that we're going to get a podium. So I'm pretty relaxed at this point. We just need to not F it up for 2 more laps. very wide. Disastrous, honestly. But luckily we do still have that comfortable lead on the car behind us. So at this point, I've got one more lap. I can see the podium. I can taste it. That's right. You just saw me on the penultimate lap, the last turn of the penultimate lap, completely give my podium away. Spun out, hit the wall twice, 3-second penalty, go down 4 positions with a 3-second penalty. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier in the video. Racing, to me, really is a good metaphor for like just life in general, where you can be having a great stint and then something just absolutely sideswipe you into the wall. And so at this point, do I want to finish this race? Not really, but you never give up. I decide I'm going to fight this guy in front of me, try to get around him, because he's really not that good. He's in a Porsche, and he's really just not doing good. And yeah, so he took care of himself. So I don't know how, but we're still in 7th. Maybe he was a back marker. I know he wasn't. I guess we were in 8th. So I got confused, but anyway. So yeah, we're going to cross the line in 7th, but you should never give up. You should always finish what you start, because the 2 people in front of us did have 1-second penalty, so we go up to 5th. So at the end of the day, we have a top 5 finish. My driver rating went up. I'm 1 race down for getting upgraded to a C class instead of a D class, because I stayed and I finished the race. And so I wanted to make this video. Moral of the story: when you're racing on these games and you're making all the right moves and everything's going good for you, just remember you can hit the wall at any time, but you shouldn't give up, because finishing the race is better than not finishing it. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.